Hi, Dr. Andy here. And in this video, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the senior dog. I have a 4-part Zoom coming up starting September 30th, and it's called the Senior Dog Roller Coaster. The ups and downs of an aging, olding, and dying dog. And it's been a couple years since I was on this roller coaster, but I had the pleasure of riding it with, his head's kind of cut off. Can we get a better picture of him? The big orange and black poster up there with the little tongue. That was Mr. Jumpin' Jasper Jaxx. And he loved his name, Jaxx, Jaxx. He would tell people all of this. I don't know how many of them heard him. I heard him. We had very few nicknames for him. He loved his name, Jaxx. And him and I have spent many lifetimes together. And so when he found me again, he was one of 4 black standard poodle puppies I had to pick from, which looked all the same. And I'm going to tell you, we're not that cute. You can't say that about too many puppies, but standard poodle puppies, this group, hate to tell you, he kind of looked like a little gorilla. I'll have to find a picture and maybe get that posted up for you guys. But anywho, he crawled into my lap to take a nap because we were at this woman's house that long that they were getting sleepy. And so he got to go home with me. He chose me. And the running joke for the next 13 and a half years was the one and only time he ever cuddled with me. He was that guy. He was always in the room with me. He always had half an eyeball on me, but there was no reason to cuddle. Pets on the head were fine. Hugs were tolerable, but no reason to cuddle. He actually never even got on the couches or in bed with me, even though he was allowed. He was also the poodle, because there was a proper way to be a dog. So this was my first dog, right? I had just graduated chiropractic school and I got a puppy because I couldn't practice chiropractic because I didn't have my license yet. So I had a whole summer to devote to this puppy. I actually grew up with greyhounds and I wanted something different. And back in the day when you found ads in the newspaper, I found an ad for, I wouldn't call her a breeder. She had a litter in her backyard because she had some time off work, and they lived in her laundry room and they played with her daughter, and it was just kind of a one fun thing for the family to do, and they were really well puppies, and that's how we found them, an ad in the newspaper. And he came home and it was him and I against the world for the next 13 years. So as he aged, he would, for lack of a better term, show me things. And I learned more from that dog than anything else so far. And then he was a 75-pound standard poodle. He was huge. And he was very, very protective of me. At one time we had a Doberman and him, and he was a beautiful red Doberman with his ears all cropped, and he came to us at about age 4, and he was fabulous, and his name was Caesar, and everybody was like, "Ooh, is the Doberman friendly?" I'm like, "Yep, that black poodle coming around the corner, he'll bite you in the ass." And it was kind of a fabulous inside joke that we had. And don't mess with the poodle. And then my husband came along, and his 2 kids came along, and more dogs came along, and Jax and I adapted. And at age 10, he had 3 separate dental surgeries in about a 6-week period. So that means he was put under with anesthesia each time. Once was for the dental. He had an abscess tooth that needed to come out. The second time he actually had an allergic reaction to the sutures. So they needed to get those sutures out and put different sutures in. And then, and I may mix these up a little bit. And then the third time was a couple other teeth that should have come out the first time. as things are. So, but each time he was put under anesthesia, which is really kind of hard on the body, it's hard on the liver to clear that out. And that being is not necessarily in control of that body anymore. And other beings may pop in, or he may decide to leave his body. He's like, I'm done here. And so every time he went under, I cleared all the projections, expectations, separation, judgments, and rejections that I had of him and him of me and this procedure. And I ran exit stage left and all the systems that go along with that. And I gave him space to choose to stay or go. He did fabulous in all 3 surgeries, came back, teeth great, wonderful, another 3 years together. How does it get any better than that? But I started running that exit stage left process. And that's from Access Consciousness. It's actually in Talk to the Animals, the book. So if you want to go ahead and order that, there's a link on my website. You can go ahead and grab that. And it's in there. And you can read about it. And it's not if you run it, you're going to kill your animal. It doesn't work that way. It creates space around them having choice to stay or go. And this is the conversation I have with all my clients, that it's not the you have to stay for me or, oh, you're going to live forever energy that keeps them here. That actually makes it really difficult on their bodies, and it makes it really difficult for them to choose to leave, so they end up staying longer than they would like to, or their bodies would like to. But if you create space around them leaving, running that process, talking through that whenever they're ready, you're good. Asking them what else they would like to complete while they're here. All kinds of other questions, and create space around them leaving, they actually tend to stay longer. And they stay longer, quote unquote, healthier. Like their bodies work better, their minds work better. They're happy to still be here with us. And so dental at 10 and a half, he passed away at 13 and a half. And my question to him and our deal and deliver was, you make this obvious to me, because I'm a stupid person and I need you to make it very, very clear that you are ready to go, and if you require my help in doing so or not. Jax was anything but a clear communicator. And him and I had a very clear communication highway. And one more, and this is where my head got in the way, my mind got in the way. I thought that when he was ready to go, he wouldn't want to get in the car and go to the office with me. That was what I thought would happen. Yeah, not at all. The morning that he passed away, he got up, he ate his breakfast, he got in the car with me, we went into the office. I had an office at the time where I saw clients. He went into the back room, he took his nap like he usually did. Nothing seemed amiss. We went to wake him up to go potty because we were done. It was only a half day, it was a Friday, and he didn't get up. We checked his gums, they were white as can be. Okay, so my office happened to be right next to his veterinary clinic. They came over, stretchered him over, took an x-ray. He has a big tumor on his spleen. Cool. The vet's like, would you like to go to the emergency vet across the street? Or I said, it was a damn good show. So they stretchered him back into the office. My husband was on the way. A couple friends stopped by. And before the veterinarian could come over and administer drugs that would help him pass, he passed away on his own with his little terrier buddy right between his front legs. That was a huge gift. And that's what I think creating space around your animal leaving looks like. And it's never easy. You miss the bodies terribly. And he had to choose. And he went out on his terms. And I will be forever grateful for that. And the Tools of Access for showing me the way. and how that can occur. I didn't think this was going to make me cry 3 years later. And if this is something you happen to be going on with your animals, the Senior Dog Roller Coaster, come check out the 4-part Zoo. Come check out the Tools of Access. What if you created so much space for your animal to choose? That creates actually more for you and in your life and living too. Oh my, until we chat again, thanks so much. Bye-bye.